The Illawarra Turf Club recently announced their first Legends inductees, the late great former trainers Gwenda Markwell and Bede Murray. Long-time voluntary hostess of the winning owners' room, and before that, club secretary Julie Humphries, and ex-jockey Cliff Clare, still going strong at 93 years old. In the week of the 5th running of the $1 Million Gong at Kembla Grange, we celebrate their contribution to racing on the South Coast and beyond.
Cliff, what was it about the Kembla track that suited you and helped contribute to the fact you had a lot of success there?
Well, I had a lot of rides there, and I rode a lot of winners there. Oh, it's a big track. You're going to one, it's like Randwick. It's a big track, long straight, and it suits different horses. And you knew the horses, how they were.
What's this? We have Grace flashing home down the outside. It's Gillingham. It's a big bookie's result. Sweetum Grace going right to the line, but getting your bell flying home. But Sweetum Grace wins the slipper.
Well, you never forget those ones run, and it's which I, particularly Ingham's used to own that. And I said to him, I wasn't even going to ride it. Moore rode it before, and it run last. He just jumped out, it's a Todman. He jumped out and led and run last. So Teddy Stanton said to me, he said, he shouldn't have rode it. I asked him, don't let it go. Teddy Stanton said to me, when you ride this horse, he said, I don't want you to go to the front, I want you to just grab him and just sit back about midfield and see how he can come home.
So Sweet Embrace, you rode the horse patiently to win?
Yeah, to win, and you wouldn't want to know. When I held him back, he could have led, which it did with Moore on it, but Moore thinks it's a Todman and naturally doesn't know the horse, and I knew he does. And that's when he said to Jack, hey, well, put him on. He put me on it, and he won the slipper. Otherwise I wouldn't have ridden it. Probably one of his favourite jockeys would have ridden it. So I was lucky that way.
How did you feel winning a slipper?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's one race I wanted to win in Sydney. Always wanted to win the slipper, and here it is out of a blue.
You're an inspiration, I think, to anyone who's looking ahead to old age with a bit of trepidation.
Well, the thing is to enjoy life and do. The point is happy, doing things for people, not being a narc.
He was more of a mate to me than father. Like, we just got on so well. Everyone has their differences, but we never seem to have many. We have a couple, but we got on and got our work done. We worked very well together, and that. So in the end, Dad was mainly looking for getting all the owners, and I was doing all the work with horses and everything. So it worked out very good. We trained a lot of winners at Kembla Grange. You like to always run on your home track. They say you get an advantage racing your horses on your home track, and I suppose it did help. But we raced all over the world, like Hong Kong, Singapore, New Zealand, with all our good horses. So he's had a good career with it. He started off with Corn Vista. That was his first horse, and then later in life we had Coniston Bluebird, Victory Vane, Universal Prince and Half Hennessy all at one time. It was unreal. Everyone looked up to him back in them days, and he helped a lot of trainers too. And I think that's where he ended up with his legacy, by helping everyone back in them days. Graham and myself were really pleased for Dad to get it, and everyone else that has got it, like Julie Humphries and Cliffy Clare. No, it was just a big thing. It's just a shame he wasn't here today, like Cliffy's still here today, and Julie.
I think Gwenda going into the Legends inductees is just absolutely outstanding. She definitely deserves her spot in there, and to be one of the first to go in, I think it's a big achievement for the family, and they should should be very, very proud. I won a last big race for Gwenda, Group 1 Derby, Angel of Truth. He was a terrific horse for Gwenda and myself. He was just a really, really tough horse. He was really strong, and Gwenda got along with him really, really well. In the Derby, he just basically he never got challenged at all. He got out in front and done his own sectionals and just rolled along really, really well. And yeah, basically won as he liked. She was one of those trainers, every time I went out to ride for her, she'd never actually give you any instructions. All she'd do is tell you about the horse's previous work or things like that. You know, she always knew where her horses are at. Again, she was just a terrific horse lady. I rode for Gwenda a lot. I remember riding winners for Gwenda when I was an apprentice, and over the 30-year career that I had, she was always a big supporter of mine. And even when I was ducking overseas, it was quite hard to get going again when we first arrived back into Australia, but Gwenda was always first on the phone. Again, she was a massive supporter of mine and just a great person. To lose her so soon, it was sort of heartbreaking. I was unfortunate I couldn't make it to the funeral, but they said it was a great send-off and for an absolute amazing person.